He was being so genuine and pouring his heart out there to a woman who didn't give a care about anybody except herself and her appearances and opinions. And I think she's faker than her lips, you know?
Damn, Lindsay. Tell us how you really feel. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, it is past midnight. I'm so sorry. This might be all over the place. I'll tell you from now. But we're reviewing Married at First Sight Afterparty. I think this is the 6th episode. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let's talk about some things. So Chris and Lindsay are the castmates who are on this week's episode, and obviously it's mainly about Chris and Alyssa, right? So Chris is watching back some of the footage, and this is the first time that he's really getting to see it. And he says he knew from the moment he met her that she was not attracted to him. However, he didn't hear it explicitly come out of her mouth in this way of like, I don't like him.
I understand that if someone isn't your type, but quite frankly, your type hasn't been working out for you, sweetheart. That's why you here.
And I don't hold that against her, right?
Right.
I have thick skin. We're all from Boston. We can take it. I'm not worried about that. The problem is it was never phrased that way. So I couldn't figure out, without ever hearing that, is it just nerves and emotion and the situation, or is it truly done?
Realistically, your type hasn't been working out for you, babes. It has been working out. And I'm not saying that you should just, throw out your preferences, but like, I think in today's age, we get so hung up on type, that we forget to see the beauty in people. There are some people who I fell for, and I'm just like, looking back, that was purely character. It had nothing to do with type because they are nothing like it. But you miss out on a genuine person because of the perception that you had before getting into a relationship or before, applying for the show. So it's unfortunate that she didn't get to see the good things about Chris. And this is not to nullify any bad about him. Of course, he's getting a great edit, but the friends did say some things that probably could have been shown if he had a different wife, if he had a wife that was more compromising. But yeah, there were enough good characteristics to give him a good character arc. And it's unfortunate that Alyssa missed out on that. So after that, they're talking about how when Chris and Alyssa went to sign the marriage license, she had already been on the phone with her lawyers making arrangements to call the marriage off.
The effort she made was to call her lawyers to see if she could get out of it.
Time out. Do you hear this conversation?
I heard one of them
So-
when we were getting our marriage license.
So when we went to City Hall to sign the marriage paperwork, we're waiting in the hallway, and I said to Alyssa, we're going to be going on the honeymoon. I don't have your phone number. Do you want me to give you my phone number? And she said to me, no, I know where to find it if I need it. But he wanted to hear the I do, and she wouldn't say it. So she's talking to her lawyers, doesn't want to give me her phone number, doesn't want to sit next to me on the plane, puts a producer between us so that we don't have to sit next to each other.
I really want to see, like, when the season is over, I want to see some of the interviews that she does with people. Because I know, of course, right now there's kind of like a NDA, but when it expires, I would love for her to justify how she was portrayed on camera, because there's too much negative for her to be like, oh my gosh. There's too much negative for her to think that this is like her being chopped and screwed by production. It has to be her. And I would love to see her atone for some of her actions. So for a moment they were talking about Lindsay and Mark and Mark's landlord situation. And Lindsay shares that the landlord had a very close relationship with Mark. She even threw Mark a bachelor party. And basically the landlord was upset, per Lindsay's speculation, that she would be losing Mark.
Is it unsettling to you? How close he is with his landlord?
Listen, a lot of his relationships are unsettling to me, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm being really honest. I think that he sometimes is missing a factor of the whole picture.
Lindsay also shared that Mark might have a boundary issue when it comes to the other women in his life, where, he has married friends who are female calling him all hours of the day. I mean, the landlord was texting them all day if she wasn't calling them all day. don't quite know how far true it is because, again, it is coming out of Lindsay's mouth. So it's kind of like, don't know how much I believe that. But yeah, Mark, come on, man. You're married now. You gotta let all them people go. You gotta set up some boundaries. Not let them go, but set up some new boundaries. So they shift back to talking about the couple's dinner, and basically the whole room, Chris and Keisha, commend Lindsay on keeping her mouth shut because they all confirm that she is the pot stirrer.
Probably me.
I don't know.
Right answer. I would agree.
I think I'm very direct.
Okay.
And I'm not here to play a character on a television show.
You shook your head, so you agree with.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you start most of it. It's fun most of the time, but we all know.
Okay.
Whew, sweating, child. In as much as I don't really like Lindsay that much, I feel like when she's talking about the Alyssa situation, I'm here for all the antics, all the energy, because Alyssa deserves it. Alyssa has not been nice. Alyssa has not been kind. Alyssa has not been compassionate. Even at the dinner, she sat down and said, I want everybody to know that the reason why this is not working is not because of me. Insinuating that the reason why they're in the pits right now is because of Chris. And the Chris that we have seen, there's no way that it is his fault. He has tried time and time again, setting up dates with you, wanting to talk to you. He even shared that the only time she would actually just have a decent conversation with him was whenever they happened to be alone. So if they were the first to get to the bus or if they were coming off the plane, then they would have a nonchalant conversation and she would be normal.
These are the times when I'm trying to make conversation, and I think that she's nicer during those periods.
Okay.
But it's because those are the periods when there's no pressure to talk about what the hell is going on in our relationship.
And he's like, see, I like that, Alyssa. But once you start talking about their relationship, she gets evasive and she gets rude. And, nobody wants to deal with a person like that. Y'all let me know if you feel the same way that I feel. I think I would have more respect for Alyssa if she would have just stood 10 toes down in the fact that, listen, I'm not attracted to you, and I had a vision of what I was going into, and this isn't it. So unfortunately, I can't fully be invested in this process. I think maybe she's not allowed to say that explicitly like that, but I would have been like, you know what? I can respect that. But to constantly be like, I can't give you an answer. I don't know. I've been so nice. Everybody's making me seem... No. The excuses, the lies made her look way worse than before. So again, I say, I'm waiting for the season finale and I'm waiting to see her atone for her words and her actions. That's all I gotta say because it's bedtime and my eyes are dry. I gotta go to bed. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week for another review.